Hello and welcome back. So I yes we finished recording the last episode, and yeah, we're just gonna continue. Some seconds ago, will the witness state the name and professions? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. In this court, it is correct. Then testify about this matter. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if it can. Please, oh God. Okay, the DL6 incident. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trial. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Janjo lost their composure and began arguing. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked up it and threw it at Georgie. I wanted them to stop fighting. At the moment there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now you thought the memory was a dream. We were stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memories of the event. But the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination please. Yes, Your Honor. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe my father's trial. And I went and leave the earthquake struck and trapped us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father and Jan Yugi. We were fine at first, but then the time passed, no one came to help. My father and Jan Yugi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? It was 9 years. I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner, but then, just then something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff Johnny Yogi's. The safety must have come out when it fell out from the holster. And then you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Johnny Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Miss Jan Yuri? I was in a daze. At the moment last there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it I lost conscious. Since then, they echoed in the head every day. The gunshot and the horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt it will ever forget this scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. It's better find out quick. That day I gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Okay, this is wrong because Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Whoops, didn't go so well. Oh God. Only 1 life left. That's good. You have a terrible scream. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard that gunshot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescue came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept evidence unless you can tell me which page it's on. The victim's data. Look at the victim data. It is in this file. It says it quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof the second shot had anything to do with the incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of them was shot by a boy. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the shot fired something to do with this case? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think I will be able to prove it to show. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for for after seeing the evidence. When Mr. White shows the proof. Do you have any evidence of the second firing? Oh, I see. If you see up there on the window, there is a gunshot there. This is the evidence. Oh. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. Photograph proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show it. You should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the someone shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before the wild fantasy got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the L6 into the case file. Look closely. The case summary page. The case summary page. The one page one. Look at the written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired twice, the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edward's life was the one fired by his son. That's the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright, I has proved the thing to quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. Just gonna say because I won life and I don't want to make it all again. However, as Mr. von Kammer says, the second fire was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Ma. What? I look like I was wrong, Nick. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjecturing out for nothing. No. But you said you do it, Nick. You said you get electrocuted declared in. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up the incident. Only one bullet was found on the scene of crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth, precisely. Would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my word. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well, the statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory runs out today. Therefore, it must pronounce the verdict to the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. I just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind goes blank. I can't think of a word. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? I object. Mr. Wright, on what ground do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Gah. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is nothing going to pronounce as any answer from... Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It exists? What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That was it, what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there someone... The murderer had... was there some pressing need for the bullet to search for the... Why would the murderer have spent this time looking for a stray... I haven't gotten a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit that, but that's true. He had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking that too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what... well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for an instance... For an instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off my top of my head, but what if it really was happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they left the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess. How it would work, yes? But there is a big problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator. Miles Edward and Jan Yugi were both unharmed. So what that would mean, the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol and at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I ever seen. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick? Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grosenberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Karma. He took a vacation for 7 months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for that man. First and last vacation he'd taken in many years of prosecution. Wait, what if didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was from Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, we have in this the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Oh, should I come out and say it now? I'm gonna say because I don't trust myself. Here. Save it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. think it's my trump card. I better save it for the Wright. Mr. Wright, something the matter? I find your honor. Shall we carry on with this trial then? Then say we have no further to go. All that is left is finished. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet. Think, Mr. Wright. You have said it someone from the outside was the murderer. Yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possibility suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course. Nick, now it's time to... No time to hold on. The trial is almost over. Alright. I may not know what I'm doing, but I go. Your honor, there is one suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certain interesting news. Well, Mr. Wright, who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecution, the one standing right over there? Bah, you don't object? I see no need for Your Honor. This is ridiculous outburst without my objection. Because you took a vacation 7 months starting the day of the incident, yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you claim that I took a vacation to heal my injury from that incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have need surgery, no? Where did I go on the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect, he wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Because nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out a bullet out of you. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence? Alright, Von Karma, I prove it. Evidence, I know you like it so much. Okay, I think this is the last save. I'm sorry that I'm saying this much, but it's just... I don't want to restart this. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't waste surgery leaving the evidence trail. So then I ask you, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use the metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out today. In this case, today. It was you who said we had to end this right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will be submitted yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep, 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 beep. It reacted something inside his right shoulder. The bullet? Mr. Von Karma, it was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder, however, it has nothing to do with the incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6 incident. What? Mr. Von Kammer, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet from Mr. Von Kammer's shoulder was DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence. That's because you took it before the record room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who saw Mr. Von Kammer. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my proof. The bullet of Gregory. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is a bullet used from the DL6 incident. That was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, all ballistic marking intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term you can came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique. But examining the marking you call which weapon fired the bullet, it's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One of the bullets removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other from Karma is in the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Kammer, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, then we'll compare the ballistic marking to those in your shoulder. To those on the bullet, and solve the case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Kammer? That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, help, I can't breathe. Quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my ear, I stop you. Stop breathing my ear. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Kammer, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Kammer? Only you would dare to... So it was you? You and your father are my curse. Your father ashamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecution, I'm sorry. Von Kammer, it's not like you make this kind of error. You never would have thought that Edward would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized to cover for the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I ever had known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. It was pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside and lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. It was last moment Gregory Edward was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Georgi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would come to open the elevator door? Judge, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring it an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to end it maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Kammer looked even paler than usual. He pretended to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. You gotta say I'm impressed. I was pretty close though. I was sure we had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, but I'm not good at those sorts of things. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoa! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. Never forget that. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party dinner on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Miss Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time, you get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth doing this unguarded. Hey y'all. Hello. You were great in there, thank you. Yo Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you, you wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one else was there. You were the witness on the first day to trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones, right? Speaking of which, what are you doing here now, Lola? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why, this sad face, Larry. What happened now? Nick, I'm no longer for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianci. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. You should see that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Angie! Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Hey, Butts. You came along tonight too? My tweet pal. Oh, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. The suit that questioned me. When he says sweet, that's not police are for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah. What's up? That's involvement that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's strange people giving money away for celebrating something. It's $38, right? Huh? What weird amount? I mean, it's not little, but it's not not a lot either. 38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from me to Edgeworth in school? 38. No. No, Larry, it was you. What are you surprised me about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back that day, 15 years ago. Larry took that day off, but he was bored, so he came in school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, didn't you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Wright, you may not know this, but we used to have saying back in the school, when something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this is sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth? You should have told me. No, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitation has gone up, Mr. Edgeworth? I say so, yes. There you have it. Grr. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you did to it. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. The defense sentence for you. Man, if only I had become a prosecutor. The same goes for me. Only the other way around. For the longest time I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. And became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up and take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. The gumshoe took out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth. We found new freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29, 5:02 a.m. White and cold office. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it's made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to you face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye. What time is it? Yeah, the first train for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Maya. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? Never, I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help, huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end then when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped and Mr. Gosenberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. It was uselessly. But you were the one who stopped von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer up. Come on, what should I show her? Ah, this the bullet. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced that he'd taken all the evidence pertaining to the DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. That was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me, Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon, huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. So this is it. See you soon, Maya. See you soon, Maya. Okay. Thanks, Nick. And so the story ends. Time turns a new page, and let's say goodbye to Norris defense attorney that once I was. A new story begins, with the same old crazy case of characters. Ha, don't think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink their claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got bad feeling about this. Concept script shoot. Okay, I wanna thank you for watching. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to witness, talk to the pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Yeah, how long am I? 35 minutes. That's good. Huh, Nick? Nah, haven't seen him lately. Who, me? Been working at a sheep shop. That missing nice lady, but not exactly colored sheep, huh? You seen it in Hawaii right now? Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this project. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but sort of taught him everything. I'm sure he's grateful. He was the first attorney that the prosecution we fought. That's old memories. Yeah, it was really fun. I like the game. I like the character Phoenix Wright. The defense attorney for whom I wrote that evidence for. Oh, I should know. Taking a management of Great Whale recently. Should you been in the area, please stop by. They talk too fast. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed, and I'm maybe repeating myself, but yeah. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah yes, me as understudy. What was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him lately. The days of my youth. I like the scent of fresh lemons. You see? So yeah, if you liked it, like and subscribe. If you didn't, you don't. And yeah, Phoenix Wright? Is he the actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can star with name. Did you letter? Okay, I'm not reading that. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it though. I'm pleased, but sure I owe Mr. White a great deal. Oh, I'm keeping my face out of the public eye for sure. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know? Yeah, terrifying your face. Pooh. But yeah, oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing on the waterfall. I want to visit, but I didn't have the time to enter some pink princess. She says she can't buy them where she is, the right place living it at anyway. Okay, yeah, way too fast. Yumiko Chida, okay, manual. Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Well, a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy in my tender age. Oh god, traumatized for life. Yeah. Yeah, I remember White, that lawyer guy. Oh, me? I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone, well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real now, that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh god, yeah, absolutely. Okay, phew. Oh god, that's Mia. Oh, victory! Okay, yeah, Capcom. A brand new episode has been added. That must be the last. That's probably the last episode of the next. Okay, I wanna thank you for watching. I thought it was now over. Yeah, I didn't think there was a fifth case, but hey, I hope then we'll be seeing each other the next day, tomorrow, and have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it very much. I did, so have a nice day. Bye.